So this is the matrix method. You were given two elements, x1 of n and x2 of n, and you need to find out the circular convolution of the sequence. So first what you did the DFT of x1 of n. You should get it as 6020. Then you did the circular DFT of x2 of n, that is 1 2 3 4 is the element. So you will get 10 minus 2 plus 2j minus 2 minus 2 minus 2j. Then finally you will do the x3 which is x1 of k into x2 of k, which is 60 0 minus 4 0. Okay, so I hope you all understood this. Now we will go for the next topic, which is the main topic in this chapter, that is fast Fourier transforms. Okay, so fast Fourier transforms, that is the algorithm developed for computing the DFT with reduced number of calculations. Because all these will be developed as software, all these algorithms will be developed as software. So always while writing the algorithm, we will try to get with minimum steps whether we are getting the output. Okay, so in this algorithm of fast Fourier transform, we are going to have a logic which will utilize minimum number of calculations. More calculations means more memory will be required. So this algorithm will provide you the output with minimum number of calculations. So why we are going for FFT? Because our normal DFT calculations involves n square complex multiplication, because with the matrix just now we have seen that k value is changing in the first row from 0 to n minus 1. Then again in the next row again k value is changing from 0 to n minus 1. So like that there will be n square multiplications, and there will be n into n minus addition process will be there in the matrix method. Okay, so these algorithms are developed for the fast computation of this DFT with minimum number of calculations. So that is why that name fast Fourier transforms. So for this, the building blocks in this algorithm of FFT is a butterfly diagram. Okay, so butterfly diagram, the name came from the shape of that butterfly only. So there is this is the building block of this FFT. You can see x0 and x1 are the inputs, and you are obtaining y0 and y1. So how you obtain y0? X0 plus x1, and y1 how you are obtaining? X0 minus x1. So because of the shape of that flow graph, which is similar to a butterfly, it is given that name as butterfly diagram. Okay, so this is the basic tool for calculating the FFT algorithm. What it does is it combines smaller DFTs to make larger DFT. Okay, so there will be different stages. In each stages calculations will be done, and in the next stage the first stage calculation need not be done again. So because of which the number of steps are reducing, and hence computations becomes faster. So this is the basic building block of the FFT. So how it is happening here is there are two inputs. Let us take the smallest unit of that butterfly diagram, which contains two inputs and two outputs. So what are the inputs here? Small a and b are the inputs, and we are obtaining capital A and capital B as the outputs. Now how the output A is obtained? The input A plus the input B into the twiddle factor Wn of k. Okay, so this is like a signal flow graph. So you might have learned in the networks the signal flow graph. So each branch we have to assume here. You can see the arrow here for each branch. Okay, so unless specified, we have to assume the each branch magnitude as 1. That means here A will be the input. A will be multiplied here. A will be multiplied here. The magnitude of this branch, let us take it as 1. So A into 1 will be coming at this terminal as A only. Now here B will be multiplied with what is the magnitude of this branch? W and K. So what will be the input coming at this point? It will be B into W and K. Okay, again coming to the next here, again what is the magnitude of this branch? Again, unless mentioned, we have to assume it as magnitude as 1. So A into 1 again here, and the value coming here, it will be A only. Now here this branch also, it is not mentioned what is the value. So again you have to assume it as the magnitude of this branch, also assume it as 1. So already the input came here at as B into W and K. So B into W and K plus A will give you the output here, which is the capital A. Similarly, coming to the output B, now what is the input coming here? A. Again, this branch also, it is not mentioned value. So assume it as magnitude as 1. So A into 1 will be coming here through this path. Now what is the value coming here? B into W and K has come at this point. Okay. Now what is the magnitude of this branch? It is mentioned here it as minus 1. So minus B, W and K will come here. So A minus B, W and K is the output B. Okay, so this way we will keep the many butterfly diagrams to obtain the DFT. So this is what is happening in the basic diagram there. So depending upon the inputs, your output will change, and you need to see the magnitude of each branch. So here the input B will be multiplied with the twiddle factor W and K, and on the next branch there will be a minus 1. Now let us see the radix to FFT. That means here if the length of the sequence, if I am able to express as power of 2. Okay, so such kind of FFT is known as the radix to FFT. So the value of n, it should be such that I should be able to write n in terms of the power of 2. That means n should be equal to 2 raised to m. For example, if I take n as 8, then I can write 8 as 2 cube. Okay, so that means I am able to express the length of the sequence in terms of power of 2. So 2 cube. So this kind of, if I am able to apply the algorithm for this kind of sequence, it is known as the radix to FFT. So for this,
attendance please.
yes. Okay, so come back. So this is the case of radix 2. If I keep radix as 3, then the n should be written as the power of 3. So it will be like the sequence is of length 9. Then I can write it as, sorry, yes, length 9, I can write it as 3 square. So that will be radix, like in general I can write there are radix r FFT. But we will study the basic one, which is the radix 2 FFT. Can be radix r FFT also. So here 2 cube it is written. So 8 can be written as 2 cube. So the butterfly diagram here in this, it will contain 3 stages. Depends upon the power of 2. How much is the power? That many number of stages it will be there. Now the first stage using the butterfly diagram. Here the twiddle factor. How I compute the twiddle factor? W n raised to nk, putting n and k as 0. So you will get it as, and the capital N in the first stage will be 2. Because I told you it has got 3 stages. First stage n value will be 2. The second stage n value will be 4. And third stage capital N value will be 8. Okay. So here now the W suffix n raised to superscript, whatever the k value is there, that will keep on changing in each stage. That we will see how the values of nk is going to change. That we will take an example and we will do that. So let us see the stage 1. Let us assume that in the stage 1 we are taking 2 butterfly diagrams. Okay, so that first butterfly diagram, what are the inputs? X0 and X2. Second butterfly, the input diagram is X1 and X3. Okay, so in the basic diagram we have learned, to the second input we will be multiplying with a twiddle factor W2 raised to 0, and in the next multiplication it will be with -1. The rest all it will be with +1 only. So there will not be any change. Only in the input, the second input of the diagram, here there will be multiplication with the twiddle factor and the -1. Okay. Similarly, for the second butterfly, if you take, again here also the inputs are x1 and the input is x3. Here also the second leg of that input, it will be multiplied with W2 raised to 0 and -1. So these are the equations in the first stage, that is A will be equal to x of 0 plus W2 raised to 0 into x of 2. Okay. Now B will be x of 0 will come here. Now in the lowest path, x2 into W2 raised to 0 into -1. Okay. So x0 minus x2 into W2 raised to 0 x of 2. Similarly, going to the second butterfly, what are the inputs coming here? So this input, that is x1, is coming through this path and coming to this point. So here it is, x1 is coming to D. Now x3 into W2 0 into -1. So finally you will get here it as x1 minus W2 0 into x3 for D. And for C, you can see what are the inputs coming here. One is directly coming here, it is the x1. Okay, what is the next input? The next input is coming through this path. That means x3 into W2 0 plus x1. Okay, so first stage, your capital N will be equal to 2 for finding the twiddle factor. Now let us move to the second stage. In the stage 2, what we do is the output of the first stage will be given to the second stage. That means output of the first stage will be taken as the input of the second stage. So you have already calculated the first stage outputs, which are, what are the first stage outputs? Capital A, B, and C and D. So these are the outputs of the first stage using two butterfly diagrams. So even though this is the basic building blocks, I need to take two inputs because this is an 8 input sequence, 2 cube. There are 3 stages will be there. So in the first stage we require two butterfly diagrams. Okay. So first stage capital N will be equal to 2. Now here let us see the second stage butterfly diagram, how we are forming it. That is the first two outputs A and B, you can see that will be connected to the last two. You can see here x0 coming here, and this is coming, and this is getting connected to here, and this element x2 that is coming here, and it is getting connected here. Now the last two, this will be coming here, and it is getting connected to the first, and here also x3 is here, and it is getting connected here. Got it got stuck. Let me to solve the problem. Okay, so you understood how to connect the butterfly of the first stage to second stage. Second stage, we have to take a single butterfly which has got 4 inputs and 4 outputs. So how you will connect the input here? The 2 output of the first input will be connected here, and the 2 output of the first stage will be connected here. So like that we will club together 2 butterfly, and we will make a single butterfly in the second stage. Okay, so accordingly your output will be f of 0 will be a plus. Now what are the twiddle factor here? There will be 2 twiddle factors coming here. One is w4 raised to 0. Okay, w4 raised to 0. The next twiddle factor is w4 raised to 1. Okay, so in the next stage, second stage, the n value has now changed to 4. Earlier it was 2. Now in this stage n value will be taken as 4. Okay. Now accordingly your output equation, that is first equation, f of 0 is equal to capital A plus w4 raised to 0 into c. So your input has come already here as c. So that will be multiplied with w4 raised to 0. So what is the input coming here at this point? It is c into w4 raised to 0. That plus a will give you the first one, that is f of 0. Now how to get f of 1? So what is the inputs coming here? One of the input is b. Okay, so this b is coming to this point. Okay, so b will be there. Now what is the next input? This is the path. So what is the input coming here? D is coming here. Okay, so D into w4 raised to 1 plus b will give you f of 1. Now when it comes to f of 2, Okay, so f of 1 is equal to b plus d into w4 raised to 1. Now when it comes to f of 2, so f of 2, what are the inputs? One of the input for f of 2 is what is coming at this point, it is a. So a will be coming here as one of the input for f of 2. Now what is the other input coming here? F of, what is the input here? W4 raised to 0 into C. But that is coming through this path. Okay. So this path will contain a minus 1. You can see one minus 1 is there in that path. So you have to multiply C W4 raised to 0 into that minus 1. So it will be a minus W4 raised to 0. Similarly for f of 3 also you can note it like b will be coming here directly, but when you trace this path, d into W4 raised to 1, again that will be multiplied with minus 1. So finally f of 3 will be b minus W4 raised to 1 into d. Now what are the twiddle factors here? W4 raised to 0 and W4 raised to 1. Now this will be going to the next stage. Whatever is output of the second stage, that will go as the stage 3. Now coming to the stage 3, you can see the stage 1 has, the stage 1 is here. You got all the outputs of the stage 1 here, where we will be using 1, 2, 3, 4 butterflies are required. Now in the second stage, we have used 2 clubbed butterflies. Then coming to the last stage, where what is the twiddle factor here? One will be W8 raised to 0 because n has now changed to 8 in the third stage. Now W8 raised to 1, then W8 raised to 2, then W8 raised to 3. Now accordingly the equations also here also will change. Now the first 4 branches will not be having any minus 1, but you can see the last 4 branches will be having minus 1 here. You can note the minus 1 for these branches. Here the second branch, and here this branch and this branch. Okay, so the rest all branches will be having multiplication factor as 1 only. So when it comes to the third stage, what about in the second stage? Second stage, the last 2 branches will be having minus 1. You can see in this butterfly, the last 2 branches will be having minus 1. In the second butterfly also, this branch also will be having minus 1. Now when it comes to first stage, only one branch will be having minus 1. This branch is having minus 1 and this branch is having minus 1. Here also. So just understand how the connection is being done. Okay. So here first stage, the first input is connected to the second and the second input is connected to the first. First input is connected to the second input is connected to the first. Now when it comes to the second stage, first 2 inputs will be connected to the last 2 and the last 2 inputs will be connected to the first 2. Now when it comes to the third stage, first 4 will be connected. First, second, then third and fourth. All these will be connected to the last 4 and the last 4 elements will be connected to the first. Okay, so the connection you should not make mistake, otherwise your equation will go wrong. So substituting this, your final output will be like this. The first stage element, this is your input of the first stage x of 0, then W2 raised to 0, output of that, then output of second stage, then output of the input to the third stage. So this is your final equations come. So we will solve a numerical, so things will be more clear. So types of FFT, there are two types: decimation in time algorithm for converting from time domain into frequency domain, and from frequency to time domain we have decimation in frequency algorithm. So first we will see the decimation in time algorithm. So you are given a input x of n. You have to compute the DFT of x of n by radix to DIT FFT. Also you need to sketch the magnitude and the space spectrum. Okay. So here the first step is, are you able to follow this? What I am teaching, are you able to follow? Sriraj? Sriraj, are you able to follow? Supriya? JT, PPT, that will be enough, I think. If you are not interested, just for the sake of attendance, you are sitting, you are keeping your this on. Sahil, Mohite Sahil. Amok. Amok. Amok
Yes,
Kedekar.
ma'am.
Yes. Are you able to follow what I taught today?
Yes,
Have you
ma'am.
listened?
Yes, yes.
Able to follow? Ameya. Ameya. Anto. Yes or no only I am asking. I am not asking you to explain whether you are able to follow it not. When I am calling out names, at least you can respond.
Hello,
Yes. Who is this?
yes,
Can you tell your name?
Nilesh Santo.
Whether you are able to follow,
Yes, ma'am.
you are able to. Harsh. Chaudhary Harsh.
Yes, ma'am.
Any clarification in any part which I taught it today you need further I need to explain?
No. No, ma'am.
No? Do I need to repeat it once again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So before starting with that numerical, let us go back again. So fast Fourier transform is meant for the DFT calculations. These are the algorithms developed for the DFT calculations. DFT is the transforming your time domain sequence into the discrete frequency domain. Okay, so it will make your calculations more faster. How it becomes faster? Because normal your calculations involves n square complex multiplication and n into n minus this many additions has to be performed. So the reduction you can observe after doing the calculation using this algorithm. So the basic building block in this is a butterfly diagram. So this is a whatever shown here, it is a 2 input butterfly diagram. So how the output you are obtaining, that is there are two outputs y0 and y1. So y0 will be equal to x0 into x0 plus x1 and y1 will be equal to, Harsh, can you tell what will be y1 here? Harsh, can you tell what will be y1 in this basic block? How you will obtain the output y1 in terms of x0 and x1? Can you tell the equation?
X0 and minus x1.
Yes, x0 minus x1, because this blue line you can see for x0 coming to x1, but since nothing mentioned about the value of that branch, you have to assume it as 1. So x0 into 1, that means x0 will come here plus x1 into minus 1. Okay, so x0 minus x1 will be your y1. So this basic block will be kept many times to finally to obtain the final DFT. Okay. So the same thing is depicted here. Just I have taken the inputs instead of x0, x1 and all, I have taken it as A and B. Now one more thing is that for finding DFT you need the twiddle factor. So the twiddle factor will be inserted in the lowest branch here. Okay, to the one of the inputs you have to insert the twiddle factor, because as per the DFT formula definition, the algorithm is developed here in such a way that I need to insert the twiddle factor in the second branch of the 2 input butterfly diagram. So accordingly your outputs will be a plus b into wnk and a minus b into wnk. Now this capital N value of the twiddle factor will be replaced depending upon the stage in which you are going to use the factor. First stage it will be 2, second stage it will be 4 and third stage it will be 8. Okay, so this is the what we are learning in your subject. It is a radix to FFT. So instead of learning taking the general, let us consider that the sequence is 8 and with respect to that you will learn the FFT. So that will be more easy rather than first explaining in the general way then coming to the actual numerical. So let us take first as your length of the sequence as 8, and so that I can write the 8 as the power of 2, that is 2 cube. So here we have to understand that if I can express 8 as 2 cube, then in this radix to FFT it will contain 3 stages. And let us see how to find out the butterfly diagram and its corresponding output in the each stages. Rather than going to the general terms here, now we will go directly to the question. So your question here it is, x of n is a 8 input. There are 8 sequences are there, elements are there in the input x of n. You have to compute the 8-point DFT by radix to DIT FFT. So the first step in this algorithm is you have to arrange it in the bit reverse order. Bit in the sense, go back to your ADIC digital, you have learned how to express each element in zeros and 1. So the first element, that is 0, will be, since it is a 2 cube, you have to express each element as 3-bit digital number. 3-bit digital number. So 0 will be expressed as 000 and 1 will be expressed as so you have to arrange each element. That is, the first element is x of 0. Okay, x of 0. So that means how you represent the first element, it is 0th element. So it is 0, 0, 0. Okay, next it is the next element is x of 1. So 1 you have to represent in the digital form, that it is 0, 0, 1. Okay, now the next element is x of 2. So it will be Amok, can you tell what is next element, how you will represent? 2, how you will represent, Amok?
0, 1, 0.
Yes, it will be 0, 1, 0. Then Anto, 3, how you will represent? Austin. Austin.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, are you going to continue for the
Hello.
next 1 hour?
It's got over. Okay. Time got over.
Ma'am, 011.
Okay, 0, 1. So if you don't listen this, you will not understand. That is why I wasted time today calling out the names. For the first few lectures, I can understand that no one is listening, just sitting, marking your attendance. So at least listen for this chapter, otherwise you will never understand. Okay, you can leave.
Thank you, ma'am.